All right, well, after all this time and issues with the motor, this bike is finally running. Oh my God, this has absolutely not been a quick and dirty project like I intended it to be. Originally, I was hoping to get this thing done in about a month or two just to have something to play around with and ride around on, but it is now probably 6 months later, if not more, and this thing isn't even fully done. I still have a bunch of stuff to do. This gas tank, I was gonna put a charger in place of the gas ports. I have a shunt in here. I'm not even using it at the moment. This is missing a screw, but that doesn't matter. And also, I've taken this bike on a few rides, tuning the controller, and this battery that I'm using, this 20 amp hour LiPo battery, is not sufficient at all. I'm getting pretty bad range with this battery, especially if I want to have any fun at all on this bike. That is, if I want to rip around on the bike, do some fast acceleration, this battery is depleted pretty quickly. And even worse than that, if I deplete the battery to some degree and then I want to do some heavy acceleration, the voltage sag in the cells causes the BMS to cut the battery off, and I have the voltage protection set pretty low to begin with at about 3.2 volts per cell, which is kind of too low for LiPo cells, even if you're taking them down to that voltage temporarily. So this battery is just not sufficient. I'm actually going to replace it with another battery, but at the very least, the motor is not overheating and this bike is actually running. I've done a little bit of configuration and tuning on the controller, and that's working pretty well. I still have a lot of these wires that are just kind of hanging out here. I have them generally just kind of tied together. I need to find a place for them. And also the phase wires. Originally I had wrapping on it and some conduit running through them, but now they're just kind of held together that way. That's really not a good permanent solution to hold the phase wires in place. So I'm gonna have to think of something there. But at the very least, this bike is running. So let's take this thing out and I will show you the rather modest performance of this long and tedious build.
Okay, so here we are riding the Electric KLS250, and at this point I've got everything pretty much tuned. This motor is really smooth right now. I'm on high power mode. It sounds great. I've done a couple of rides already, so I know the motor isn't overheating. Right now it's at 19 degrees Celsius. I mean, it's a pretty nice ride. It handles really well. The motor is nice and smooth. Now let's just go over this hill and then we'll punch it a little bit. Here we had a top speed of about 130 kilometers per hour. I'm not sure what that is. Felt like maybe 70, maybe 80 miles an hour, something like that. So definitely very practical top speed for highway riding. It's not going to be, you know, as fast as a sport bike going over 100, I don't think, but it's perfectly fine for everyday riding. The big issue here, of course, is the range. This is a 20 amp hour battery. So in my experience riding, I don't really have a lot of range here. And when it comes to the really hard punch outs, what happens is, if you look at the voltage sag on those, right now I'm at about 3.9 volts per cell. I started at about 4.15 volts per cell, so you can see we're at 3.9 volts per cell, and if I punch it, one of those cells went down to about 3.5 volts per cell, which, you know, isn't so bad, and that's fine for LiPo cells. But when the battery drains a little bit more, then the voltage sag actually gets down much lower. So you'll have voltage sag going into 3.3 volts per cell, 3.2, which is not great for battery health. But other than that, the bike handles great. It definitely has a low center of gravity. I remember when I was riding this bike with the gas motor, handling was good, but now you can definitely feel the improvement in handling with a low center of gravity, with the motor and the controller being all the way at the bottom. The other thing I set up on this bike is cruise control. So then if I have the throttle up, I can just flip that switch and the controller will maintain that speed. And then if I hit the brakes and slow down, but then let go of the brakes again, unlike in a car when you hit the brakes and it completely turns off cruise control, in this case it just kicks back in at the lower speed where you left off, which I think is a good feature. All right, so now I'm at 3.8 volts per cell. So now coming out of this turn, we can punch it. And you can see that now I'm getting voltage drop down to 3.4 volts per cell, which is still more or less okay for lithium polymer cells for a short amount of time. But again, the main issue is that once you lose even a little bit of capacity on this battery pack, now when you're doing punch outs and heavy acceleration, you're risking hitting that low voltage protection on the cell level every time. So I've been riding around fairly aggressively, and the motor temperature is stabilized at about 45 degrees Celsius. So that's great. No issues with overheating on the motor. The motor is really cool to the touch. You can hold your hand up to it, it's just a little bit warm. So I'm just so glad that the motor overheating issue has been resolved. So now I'm still at about 3.8 volts per cell. And we can do another punch out here. Try to do a quick punch out from a low speed. Yeah, I mean, the low end acceleration is actually pretty good. I felt like a nice pull there. You can probably wheelie this thing for sure if you know what you're doing. I am not a wheelie guy, unfortunately. I never did the whole wheelie thing when I was 14. And that's really the right time to learn wheelies. Between when you're 12 and let's say 25, once you're over 30, probably not the best time to become a wheelie guy. All right, let's try some of the lower power modes. So this is the medium power mode. Definitely some, pretty good acceleration, nothing too crazy. But I can get up to speed. I don't know what the maximum speed is on the medium power mode. Like around about 80 kilometers per hour. Let's try the low power mode. Yeah, so the low power mode is definitely a lot more subdued in terms of acceleration, and it looks like the top speed is about, right now I'm going downhill a little bit. Looks like it's about 70 kilometers per hour. About 67 kilometers per hour on a more or less flat surface. And in terms of current, on the low power mode, I'm pulling about 30 amps. Then again, on medium power, we got a lot more road here, so I can give it a shot. Looks like I'm pulling about 100 amps almost. Yeah, it allows about 100 amps. Right now I'm down to about 60 amps. and it looks like I'm doing 90 kilometers per hour. So pretty nice. Medium power mode is, you can do some sort of light highway travel on medium power. Battery pack is down to about 3.7 volts per cell. The lowest cell is about 3.6 volts per cell. So this is basically as far as you want to take the battery pack if you want to keep it healthy. So if I were to do a punch out now on high power, I would definitely see some fairly low voltages on this battery pack. So let's give that a shot real quick. So that went down to about 3.2 volts per cell. I think I saw that. I was trying to, oh yeah, I actually did. There you go. So that actually did activate low voltage protection on the controller. So cell low volt. So I'll turn everything off. And I have the recovery parameter set at, 3.4 volts per cell. So this should, so now it's back. So I should be able to turn my bike back on. Oh, there goes my contactor. And I can continue riding. Let me put it back on medium power. All right, there you go. So there you go. That's really the issue with this bike, is that the battery, once you get to about this level of discharge with this battery pack, basically all bets are off for heavy acceleration. You really got to keep it at medium power at the most so that you don't trip low voltage protection. Well, there you have it. So that is the Electric KLS250sf. Like I said, the performance is pretty good. It's definitely a lot of fun, even with this fairly modest controller with 250 amps max battery current. You can have a lot of fun on this bike if the only issue is the battery pack. So I already have another battery pack that's twice the capacity ready to go in here, and that is a lithium-ion battery pack as opposed to lithium polymer. So I'll be able to take the cell voltages down even lower if I needed to. So I'm gonna pretty much immediately, just as soon as I have this bike done, I have to swap out the battery packs, and I'm gonna work on that. And I think at that point I'll finally have a practical working electric motorcycle after all this time. So not quite a quick and dirty build, but it is a lot of fun. I really do like riding this bike.